Nobody's listening, right? Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Is anyone listening?
Yeah, this is from Janelle.
Oh.
Over on the old Apple. A simple thank you does not feel sufficient. Saint Monica.
Oh? Oh my God. Thank you to the anonymous listener who sent us a
Wait,
button.
was it anonymous?
Well, no, but they want to be anonymous.
Okay.
They made us a button. It has a gorgeous, like, model-y photo of Saint Monica Padman.
Throw that up to the YouTubes.
I feel like I have to do that thing that people do with makeup. I could not be happier about this.
We got a button.
I don't know that. Are we going to do it every time she's mentioned?
Well, I mean, we did say, wouldn't it be nice if we had a button that we could hit? And, I mean, we have a button now.
We do. Thank you to that nobody.
That's amazing.
Made our day.
All right, back to the review. St. Monica turned me onto your podcast, and I've binged all of them now to become a subscriber. Can't wait to hear more. Thank you for all that you talk about, but more importantly, for the laughter. I laughed my head off in the middle of the night while eating a meal, while out running. You guys are hilarious and wonderful. Thank you for being my pretend friends. I hope one day you will go on tour and come to Texas.
I would love to go to Tejas.
Ugh, I knew you were going to do that. And it's so gross.
I really want to go on tour. I don't know that we have the...
You want to go on tour?
Yes.
What would I do?
What do you mean?
Just sit uncomfortably on stage while you're up there yucking it up, dancing numbers. You'll have all these different things.
No, we're going to have a choreographed... You and I are going to have a choreographed thing.
No.
And we'll talk. And also, I'm going to plan some fun kind of game things. It's going to be great. I really do want to do it.
I would be
Andy,
so uncomfortable live.
Right. Let's put it out there.
I don't think people need to see that.
Are you being serious right now?
What would I do up there?
I have always seen touring as being part of this. Oh.
You're going to have
Well, thank you for that lovely review.
Yeah, thanks for starting an argument, Janelle.
Janelle,
we appreciate you.
Oh, and if anyone wants to support the show, you can do so on patreon.com/nobody's listening right. You get an extra bonus episode every month. Mm-hmm. I feel like this month's February's bonus episode had one of my all-time favorite moments on bonus episodes.
I might even tease it next week.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it. Was
so funny.
So funny, yeah. This week's episode is sponsored by OneSkin, which combines tissue engineering, data analysis, and cutting-edge longevity science to target skin aging. To get 15% off today, go to oneskin.co and use code NLR.
Okay. Welcome to Grocery Store Corner.
Oh, cool. Oh, that segues into something nice for me, too.
Okay. I just went to the supermarket. And
you went to 2 supermarkets.
I went to 2 supermarkets, and I had so many experiences.
I love it.
3 notable experiences. Number 1, I ran into someone, and it brought me so much joy.
Which grocery store?
Well, actually, I ran into 2 people, but the one that
one you liked so much more than the other.
No.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. But the other one I really like also, but
not as much.
Okay. The one I have spent a lot of time with.
Okay.
I miss them dearly. I haven't seen them in a long time.
I think I know who it is.
Do you?
Yes. I want to know, is it a female or a male?
A male.
Uh-huh.
Who were you going to guess?
Actually, I was just going to, I think, guess the wife of the male. So I'll guess the male.
Okay.
Zach.
No, but that would be delightful.
Damn.
I'm about to drop a name.
Okay.
Gareth Reynolds.
We were just talking about him.
I know. And by the way, he was like, say hi to Andy. And I said...
He doesn't know me.
Yes, he does.
He does? Have I ever met him? I've never met him. I've met his writing partner.
What? You've never met Gareth? Are you sure?
I don't think so. I feel like I do because I've been digesting a lot of Gareth lately.
I've talked about you a lot in the I'm sorry room.
I don't want to out his shopping habits then. So was he at the first grocery store you went to or the second?
The first.
My man. You know what's so weird? I never bump into people I know at that grocery store. And I'm like,
I do every time.
at the first one?
Yeah.
That's so weird because I'm like, how? I mean, I see people from like our kids' school.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Never mind. Okay. This is dumb. All right, keep going.
Well, anyway, I was so overjoyed. You know how some people, they just light you up?
Oh, man, I could see that.
And also, we had talked about him recently.
Very
and
recently.
He has a show.
Podcasts. He has two big podcasts.
One is like an advice podcast he does with Jake Johnson, which is called We're Here to Help.
Yep.
And we watched like a video recently, and I told him, I said, we were watching this thing, and it was so funny, but I couldn't remember what the advice question was, but it was from a person who seemed a little off the rocker.
Sure.
Anyway, great. So that put me in such a good mood.
Love it. Was he doing a cart shop or a carry basket shop? Or none?
Looked like neither.
Oh, so maybe he just needed like...
He's like a single guy out about
town. He
needed
a couple things.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still single, actually. I have no idea. But...
Okay. Fuck, that's cool. I was watching them yesterday.
You were?
Yeah. I like that.
I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get lunch with him and his writing partner soon.
Jesus Christ. Pouring it on thick over here.
Now, one of these grocery stores I attended was Trader Joe's.
Number 1 or number 2?
I'm not saying. But at the Trader Joe's, I discovered something that I don't think anyone has found at a Trader Joe's before, ever.
Heinz ketchup?
A grumpy checkout bag person.
Oh, shit.
You know, we all have bad days, and it turns out even Trader Joe's employees have bad days.
It must have been a woman.
Why would you say that?
Was it a woman or a man?
Oh, my God. It was a woman.
That's what I'm talking about.
I hate your face right now. But it was like so comically grumpy.
Fuck, she's maybe going places then, because like
maybe she's got one foot out the door.
That's
honestly,
that's not what I mean by going places. I mean like she's going places.
I don't know what you mean.
Like that's so brazen as a Trader Joe's employee. Like, yeah. Keep your eye on her. Like that's upper management material.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, so tell me more.
I think that it might be she's got senioritis. Like she's got one foot out the door. She's like,
so she was
over
old?
This fucking place. No, she wasn't old.
Oh, you mean senioritis like high school?
No, yes, senioritis I think is about
high school.
Okay, can you stop being whatever you're being right now? Kind of like condescending. Senioritis means that you know that this is going to end for you, hence the senior part of it, like in high school and in college. And so you kind of start to mentally check out.
Yeah.
Even if you enjoyed the job. But then I got home and I was like, oh my God, UCUNT. You put...
Whoa.
What?
The idea that you would call someone that, let alone a woman, is blowing my mind. I thought you hated that word.
I do. I do, especially coming from the mouths of men. Uh-huh. But anyway, I was like, she put, I think on purpose, and I don't know what I did to deserve this. She put my bag of flour, laid it sideways at the bottom of the bag. Okay, first of all, wild choice for a Trader Joe's person.
Wild choice for anyone bagging
anything.
Everybody has encountered a bag of flour.
Everyone, and it's the paper bag of flour.
There's always flour coming out.
Wait. You're gonna freak out. Because also, one of the things I love about Trader Joe's, and I admire aside from the amazing positivity that most employees have, is they bag like they are Tetris champions. The way they bag is so refreshing. It always makes sense. They put the frozen stuff together for you. So you're putting the frozen stuff, like...
Let me pause you right there. I put the frozen stuff all together on the conveyor belt so it stays together. That's
I do
helping.
too. So anyway, I
do it better than you.
Okay. Flour on its side.
Bananas.
On the bottom of the bag.
No.
And then she took every canned good. I had and put it on its side on top of the flour. So the edges of the cans are beating into the flour bag. She was fully trying to get a flour explosion in my bag.
Whoa!
Like,
Wait, you don't think maybe she's just new? Because this does.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
then
listen, if she's new, she is not going to last a week.
If
she does not have the Trader Joe's sparkle.
If she is seasoned, this was
it's an act of aggression.
It really no. Like for real.
I know.
Okay. What could you have done? Did you help bag or not help bag?
Well, both. Nope. No. Actually, I didn't help bag, but I did like put some stuff out onto the little ledge so I could get to the bags, and then I put the bags at the end of the thing for her. But they don't like you to help there. They have their system, and someone else came in to bag the other bags, but the one that she was bagging was the one that was like a flour bomb waiting to go off.
I feel like we've asked this before because I feel like at Trader Joe's, I feel like most people I see there, most patrons are helping bag. I just don't like helping bag. So then I sit in the uncomfortableness of not bagging. And I feel like when we asked, people were like, we care, we don't care, we do care. I feel like we've had checkout people be like, it doesn't matter.
I don't think, I appreciate how they bag. I feel like it's a skill they have. They're good at it. I don't really see other people bagging at this place. I almost feel like it can hold stuff up. And if they have a system, I'm fine with not bagging.
Okay,
anyway.
But you don't think it was any of those moves that you made?
I think she's just pissed off.
Damn.
Anyway, I saw someone else, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? It's that thing where you see someone when you're going in and then you're like, oh, it's great to see you. Bye. And then you cross paths with them at every single aisle. Oof. Your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But in the aisle of canned goods where I was purchasing the, what's that called?
Yeah.
Weapons that she used against me. I got 2 jars of their hot and sweet jalapenos. Yeah. Because they're so good.
They're fucking good.
And I turned to this person I knew.
Mm-hmm. And this was a man as well.
No, this was a woman.
Oh, damn.
And I said, have you tried these? Like, I hadn't even said, like, hey again or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, are they good? And I was like, they're so good. And I, like, handed her the can, like, now are going to buy this.
But she doesn't.
And she
for
goes,
all you know, she goes, I don't like jalapenos.
She goes, what do you use them on? And I was like, nachos and
smash burgers. They're good on smash burgers.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I was like, mostly nachos, and they're so good. They're addictive. And she was like, okay. But I then left feeling like I really forced that on her.
I bet she put it back after you left.
I bet you're right. Anyway, then I'm leaving the store, and this guy, drives up and doesn't stop for, there's like clearly multiple people about to cross. And he kind of slowly just rolls through, but in a very clear way. Like, I'm not stopping for pedestrians.
Oh, you mean
in the parking lot,
grocery store with your cart? You're about to cross the parking lot, and
car.
He wants to just park.
He's just going.
He's not waiting. In
this like Tesla, and he has this look about him. He's probably in his 30s, like cool guy. Mm-hmm. Was definitely from Omaha, the like hot guy in his high school or whatever. And
do you think the Omaha guy bought a Tesla?
Well, yeah. And here's where it all comes together.
Okay.
Is like, I was like jarred by it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what his actual license plate was because I don't want to like out this person. Uh-huh. But he then drives past and I see his license plate and it is essentially like the Hollywood dream.
Let's just say he was wearing spurs on those cowboy boots. Is that what you mean?
I don't know what that means.
He's from Texas?
What?
I thought you were revealing where he actually was from.
Okay. Whoa. First of all, how do you get Texas from the Hollywood dream?
He moved from Texas to chase his dream, and like he did it.
Andy, I'm really honestly confused. I said Omaha.
Yeah, but you said you weren't it wasn't actually going to be Omaha. So I'm like, it has to
No,
be something similar to
I'm
Omaha.
saying, okay.
You got to just say what it was then.
We're like having different conversations.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I said I'm painting a picture of this person who moved out to LA
From
to
like,
make it
yeah.
from an Omaha type place.
Yeah.
The point of this story is not to figure out where he's from.
I know, but I'm invested in that part now. Just say it. I'll bleep it out.
How did you get Texas?
Because, I just thought it validated to you that you were like, I thought he was from out of town. Like, and then it was out of town. And you're like, oh, you're the out of town boy that's now hot shit in LA in your Tesla. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But then why Texas?
Because you said Omaha.
Omaha's in Nebraska.
So?
What?
Because you just said you weren't going to reveal the actual state.
I'm not revealing the license plate.
I know.
It's a California license plate. It says the Hollywood Dream. There's no indicator of where this guy's from, except he's obviously not from Hollywood.
Hold on just a minute.
I am so annoyed.
Hold on.
This is so confusing.
Hold on. The license plate is a vanity plate that says...
Oh my God!
How did they spell it?
I'm not telling you. I'm not going to say what the actual license plate is.
But it really was like Hollywood Dream?
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on.
And also...
Oh my God,
but you see why
hard.
I'm confused when you go, let's say he's wearing some Spurs with his cowboy boots. I don't get that.
I thought, okay, when you said, I will get to listen back to this. I didn't know you were saying what the license plate actually said.
Oh.
I thought you were saying, and then when he got out of the car, he revealed himself. I thought he rolled up when the car's license plate revealed itself to you. You're like, oh, of course he is from fucking Texas or something.
Oh,
and then he gets out and he just looks like this Hollywood douchebag. And it confirmed to you, like, oh, of course, he's the guy that moved from wherever to here, and now he's Mr. Hollywood.
I still don't understand how you were so assured to say Texas.
I just go with my gut on stuff like that.
You say it like it's fact, though, and you said you questioned me saying from Omaha.
No. I knew you said Omaha, but you also said it's not actually Omaha.
Okay, whatever. This is
so. But
anyway, can I finish the story?
Not yet. You can't.
Okay, God.
It literally was some version of Hollywood Dream or something similar to Hollywood Dream.
It's very, very close. The sentiment is exactly that.
This is great. This is going to get back to this guy.
And literally,
yeah,
I go, oh God. Like it escaped my mouth when I saw this vanity plate.
Yeah.
And I look over and the person who's standing next to me goes, like, had to like roll, like, what a douche. Like we both clocked it. And we're like,
oh my God.
Anyway.
Well, I think we kind of have to pause for a second here and put out I hate to take us out of the show, but like we've gotten in trouble every time for this kind of thing. So listener, don't share.
Take it personally.
Well, one, if you're listening to this,
listen,
we don't actually. Every time we get in trouble, we just assume someone outs us and like forwards the thing to them.
Yeah.
So if you know this person, don't send it to them.
I almost feel like I should have changed the license plate even more.
Maybe I might have to bleep it, which might make the whole thing that more bonkers.
No, I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway,
Wait, tell me what it actually was. I will cut this out. Just tell me because I want to know what it actually was. No fucking way. Forward it to him. Forward it to him.
No. So I listen. I also want to say this.
Yeah.
I have certainly been in that situation where I should have stopped but I kept going. And I'm not being fair to this person. I'm just saying this in case they're listening. Like, we're a bunch of idiots. Don't take what we're saying about you to heart. Yes, you made the choice to get that vanity plate, and I admire that. You are owning your success, and I think it's great. And bravo. Don't take anything, negative that anyone says like us. February is the month of love, so why not show some love to your skin? Most skincare routines only deliver superficial results, but thanks to our sponsor today, OneSkin, you get a scientifically proven treatment that improves the appearance and health of your skin at the cellular level. So I am newly very obsessed with the OneSkin iOS 01 peptide topical supplement and skin longevity age reversal eye cream, aka their essential eye cream. I love this stuff. It's so moisturizing, but without being heavy or greasy. It truly feels like a luxurious treat to put it on, and has given new life to that area on my face that has always been thirsty, too thirsty. Well, this eye cream does the trick. OneSkin is more than skincare. It's about skin longevity, targeting the root causes of aging to help you look and feel your best at every age. Get started today with 15% off by going to oneskin.co and using code NLR. That's 15% off at oneskin.co with code NLR. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. It's time to expect more from your skincare routine. Invest in the health of your skin with OneSkin.
You know what's so funny? We know a lot of people with Teslas that are great people.
Yes.
But my interaction, and I know your interaction with Tesla drivers, is starting to mount up to start affirming some stereotypes.
Uh-huh.
And I also had this thought, and this I think is a very California specific thing.
Okay.
People in California that have pickup trucks.
Yes.
Lately, I've had so many maniac pickup driver experiences. Now, this is not
Can I tell you, I think that is toxic masculinity. I think for someone, unless you are like, you truly need it for work. There are different, there are pickup trucks that people are using for gardening and for whatever, fine. But just if you're tooling around the world in your pickup truck, it feels like you're proving a point in a weird way. And I, too, have had like, if someone's riding my ass up the mountain.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's always a pickup. It's always a pickup.
To the degree that now when I see a pickup truck behind me, I'm like, oh, God.
I'm the same way. Now, I think it's a very California specific thing. I grew up in Idaho, went to school in Montana. Mm-hmm. We're from the Midwest. Everybody has pickup trucks. Completely different thing if you have a pickup truck. But there's something about in California if you have a pickup truck. I don't know. Mm-hmm. A big pickup truck. And you don't need one.
Exactly.
And you have a tiny dick.
Yes.
Right.
Nothing against that, but it's when people overcompensate, we're going to get in trouble for saying that that's bad. When listen, everyone has different body parts. In different sizes and stuff and shapes. And to each their own, there's a lot of pressure for men to have big dicks. Honestly, too big is bad.
Is it? No.
and small, I think that there are plenty of men with comparatively small penises.
What does comparatively small mean? To their bodies?
To
the
like
world?
The average.
Okay. Yeah.
The average.
Mm-hmm.
Who are amazing lovers. I'm serious. But then there are those, I think, because they've fallen prey to society's, shaming of men, like what you just did, who have small penises, that they do overcompensate. I mean, I think the stereotype can be true. Mm-hmm. But there are plenty of men with big dicks who also are like toxic assholes who get huge trucks just so they can terrorize everyone. What I'm trying to say is...
I don't think that man exists.
Okay.
Okay.
This is The perfect segue. Oh my
Okay,
God.
I had some grocery stuff, but okay, go ahead.
This is crazy.
Okay.
And we'll circle back to your grocery stuff, but
Okay.
like, I cannot believe how great this is.
I saw the biggest dick.
Last night, I was with some gal friends, and we were talking about like puberty and with kids,
Yeah.
ages are different. You know, now like I feel like kids are starting puberty earlier, and it's already in classes with boys. It's like there are really tall boys, and then, you know, whatever.
Okay.
So that's how we got on this subject. And then everyone was like, I was a late bloomer. I was blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, Andy was such a late bloomer. He had a pillow to sit on when he got his driver's license.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he could like see above the wheel. And everyone's like, really?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, Andy was like a tiny pipsqueak. You know, it's shocking that you're as tall as you are.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, was he insecure about that? I said, no, weirdly, Andy has this confidence that he's always had. But I said, he does say that he didn't get his man's penis until college.
Uh-huh.
And then everyone's like, wait, is that a thing? And I was like, I think so, because he said it a lot.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, but I don't know. They were like, is there kind of a like big growth spurt? And so I want clarity on what you mean by that.
Oh. Damn.
That's been a quote of yours for as long as I've known you. What
like,
does that
well,
mean?
it's just like a puberty thing. Like
What happens?
Well, you know, like your balls drop for one. That's probably early. That probably did happen to me in high school. I don't know the exact dates, but yeah, there is a time that like you have a boy's penis, and then you go through puberty, and then you have like your penis that you're gonna have for really the rest of your life.
And what's the difference?
One's bigger than the other.
So it is. It's like a growth spurt for a penis.
Yeah.
This happens.
I think so.
But you should know.
I should
because
know.
You're the one who said this all the time.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But like, yeah, you go through puberty and then your penis is bigger.
Okay.
You know?
Flaccid?
Well, both.
Yeah.
Definitely both.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
I think so, yeah.
Puberty penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you for that clarity.
I wanted to just real quick talk about the unsung heroes of the kitchen. What do you think that might be?
The unsung heroes of the kitchen?
Yeah. It's like
our kitchen?
Any kitchen. Something that you use that lately I realized like this is like one of the best tools in the kitchen. You can buy them at a grocery store.
Okay. Spatula?
No, great guess.
Kitchen shears?
Ooh, very great guess. And that is something, if you don't have kitchen shears, you got to get some.
You got to get them. Okay. Now you're saying them plural.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Okay. Ooh. Pot holders.
No. I'm going to give you one last guess. It's something that, like, I find myself using or coming across it, or it's been being in use every day. And I'm like, these don't get the kudos that they deserve.
Tongs.
No. The chip clip.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love a chip clip.
Okay, we went years without chip clips where we were using fucking, what's that blue tape called?
Painter's tape.
Painter's tape on our bags. It feels like a luxury that we have so many chip clips now. Although I feel that we've transferred too many from the cabin to here.
But that's just because they're so useful. I'm using them on everything.
I know, but we need to have them up at the cabin. It's really important that we have some up there.
Because they're useful up there.
Yes, exactly.
I almost like, wouldn't it like Nobody's Listening Right chip clip be cool?
It would.
I might ask our merch people if we can do like a cool pre-order on something
like
that.
Oh, that's so fun.
They're
I love
just so great.
And they have uses outside of the kitchen as well.
Give me one.
Like hanging clothes off of a clothesline. I mean, they're essentially the same as that.
Yeah, that is the same thing.
There are a lot of them, but I can't think of
I'd
a
really
single
like
one.
one other one.
Okay.
Some of them have magnets on it, and you can hang up your kids' artwork on the fridge.
Yes. Great.
Now, if we made
Clipping
one,
things together.
now, if we made one, would we want a magnet on this one side or no? We probably would, actually.
Yeah, because
Sometimes-
we want that to get displayed so we get word of mouth.
Yeah.
So people walking by the fridge are going, "What's nobody's listening, right? Oh, it's this podcast. Oh, that's interesting." How many nobodies do you think will gain from this chip clip play?
Well, it depends how many nobodies buy chip clips.
Okay. Well, just,
Okay, yeah,
I'm saying,
I'll guess. Yeah, sure.
play along or not.
Like 50,000?
Okay. Speaking of chip clips.
But do you? Sorry,
sorry.
in speaking, yes, great. But do you ever take one chip clip and bag two separate bags of
No,
chips
but I've
together?
seen you
Because
do that. It's
well,
annoying.
that's because we're out of chip clips or something, and I want both of them to reap the benefits of a chip clip. So you can do two bags at once.
I've seen you do it when we're not out of chip clips, and it's annoying. So the other thing, oh wait, do you want to finish your grocery thing?
That was it. It was adjacent.
Okay. I have an invention. I know we've talked about like different, Andy's Handies, different inventions that we're going to take to Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I have one that I legitimately think has legs.
Do you think someone's going to steal it, or do you think we're
I'm a
good?
little nervous about that.
Like, if you really think it has legs, is this now really the time to put it out there?
Oh, that's a really good point.
I'm like,
We might need to get the patents first.
Or are you putting it out there because we want a partner on it? That's someone that has the wherewithal to really get this going.
The manufacturing. Oh shit, they fucking exist.
Oh, then hit it.
Okay. Mop Socks.
What's a mop sock?
Well, they also have mop slippers. It's basically a sock you put on where the bottom is mop material, because I don't like hauling out the mop and dealing with it and whatever. And the other day, after the puppies left, I needed to mop our entire house. And what I did was I took two washcloths and I just like walked around on them. But it's annoying. I'd much rather have mop socks that you can throw in the wash. So it's a sock you put on and the bottom is a mop. You're walking on a mop, basically. It is genius. Well, it exists, so I'm not the only one who...
Did you find it on Amazon? Mm-hmm. How many reviews and what's the star rating on it?
Well, there are also premium plush mop slippers. Their Dirt Devil has cleaning slippers. I mean...
But are any of them... I'm guessing all these are like 3-star, 3.5-star max.
Oh my God. Okay. On Amazon, shout out to Tamasee Mop Slippers. 5 pairs. You get 10 for $13.99. You get 5 pairs of mop socks.
Okay.
It has a 4.5 star rating.
Not too shabby.
How many reviews? How many ratings?
75.
4,682.
Read a review. And then read one 5-star review and one 1-star review, please.
Okay, you got it.
And more on the recent side, if you can.
I love these little mop shoes. You will not slip, which was my worry before I bought them. I do not have many rug areas, and those floors sure can get dirty. Instead of going barefoot, which is my want, I wear these and arrive at the end of the day with the clean feet and cleaner floors. Perfect to wear while you clean, but I wear mine all the time at the house. Well, this is different because
these
they're
are just
not
to wear
damp.
them while you're cleaning.
Fun way to clean. I love these. They're like wearing little mops on your feet.
Now, the slippage is a real worry.
They slip over your shoe and
Nice.
fit to stretch. I wasn't even thinking of that. I would probably put them on bare feet. I slide around my hardwood floors and it cleans up all the dust, so they're good for dry and wet.
Huh.
Okay, now let me go to negative. Small. Not 13 inches as described. These dusting socks are not what I expected.
Did they elaborate?
I should have known better, but okay. I weak for a minute. LOL. The size of this thing are fine for my 10-year-old, but if you're an adult with somewhat adult feet, forget it. I just remembered in some part of the world, children do the work from early days.
Jeez.
Then if you fight with it enough and have another set of hands, you could eventually fit it to your foot. But at this point, you know the elastic and fabric is already dead. Because you bet eventually the fabric is so thin it already cracked. Pure junk.
Jesus, this person bagged your groceries today, it sounds like.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a good idea, it turns out. Why are you so quick to shit on my brilliant multi-million
I actually
dollar...
never shat on this idea. You just went through a journey and you're like, oh, they already exist.
No, you were prepared to shit on it. I could tell.
But I didn't. Well, I am worried about the slippage part, like in the lawsuits. You're making a product to
I want
mop.
you to go back and listen to this, and I also want you to watch the video.
Great.
You were not jazzed about this. Like, your reaction and your body language when I said this was like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, that probably was. You're probably reading that room, right?
Okay.
It just seems like a regular mop is so much more productive and you get much bigger surface area. You can see what you're doing. It just seems more effective.
Well, as the only person in our family who tends to our floors, I think that I want these.
Well, great. Order some.
I will. I'll get 5 pairs.
Speaking of these and like lawsuits, my son and I, he wanted to watch the hot coffee documentary about the lady that had McDonald's spilled on her.
Yes, that everyone's like, oh my God, we're so litigious. Like you're going to McDonald's and getting hot coffee and then probably spilling it on yourself just so you can sue this huge corporation.
Yeah. Anyway, the documentary is amazing. That lady got fucking burned. It's horrendous what happened to her. She
deserved every penny she got.
And she didn't get as much as she was supposed to. She was awarded more, and then the judge, like...
How much did she get?
They settled undisclosed, but the jury awarded her, I think, 2.1 million, and then the judge cut that down to like 400 grand.
No.
And then they did out of court, they settled it or something. But
oh my God.
In that, there was, other things are like similar type of things that can happen in businesses and being sued. And then one of the things was talking about, it was like the FBI or what's like the FBI?
CIA?
There's another one. Department of Homeland Security, maybe, that's like eavesdropping on you or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's something like that. And our son said, you know what FBI means. And I was like, I think I do. And I was like, what does it mean? And he said, female potty inspection.
Oh no. What?
And I was like, where on earth did you hear that?
Oh no. Oh no.
So that's going around at school.
Is he like, that is so creepy.
Oh,
what did he say? Just at school?
Yeah, he outed the person that said it. To that end, I saw the aftermath of a slip at Target yesterday.
Oh.
And what was so interesting was it must have been a really bad fall because I think the lady was probably in like her 60s and like she was on the ground for a while. And there was like a couple of Target employees that came over, and then, one of them went and got someone higher up, it looked like. And then I was in line behind a guy that was like really invested in it. And like I was invested in it too, but I kind of came later. But then he like gets out of line and goes over. And he had like a plant in his cart. And he was like, I think the water came out of this plant.
Oh, no.
But it's weird because then it's like, who is responsible? Like if she actually got hurt.
Yeah, Target
because they put too much water in the plant probably.
Yes.
But it was just weird seeing.
But those things happen. And I feel like Target's prepared. The corporation... sets aside a certain amount of money for those situations. But I hope she's okay. Do you want to hear a very shocking statistic?
Yeah.
And I apologize if there are nobodies listening who this is going to upset. But what percentage, if over age 50, someone falls and breaks their hip or fractures a hip, what percentage of those people will pass away within 12 months.
So the statistic is you fall and break your hip after age
Or
50.
fracture.
After age 50.
Mm-hmm.
Someone figured out how many of those people die within a year.
Yes.
20%?
1 in 3.
What?
Which really drives home. I mean, I yesterday tweaked my back and I was in bed all day and icing it. And actually, I'm really in a much better place today. But I was going to dark places. Like it felt like before with my back and sciatica and whatever. It really drives home how insanely important, like keeping mobility, stretching, walking, strength training, keeping your core strong. Like, it's not about getting jacked. I mean, it can be for some people if that's your thing. But like, I feel like there's so much focus on physical appearance in our culture, and there's not enough on just like mobility and joint health.
So what is the cause or leap that they're connecting between this? Is there any like what's the word? Is there any reason for this that they think, or
Let me see.
Wild statistic.
I know, right? Age is a key risk factor. Hip fracture is most likely to occur in those aged 65 or older, usually the result of a fall. And I mean, part of it is what comes first, the chicken or the egg, because cognitive impairment like dementia is commonly a factor that increases the risk of falling, which then increases the risk of. So might be already things at play. Osteoporosis, that's why it's so important to keep your bones strong. And a great way to do that is strength training. There's what's called a fracture cascade, where 30% of people with hip fractures have had a prior fracture, and surgery, joint replacement. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe a doctor will let us know, probably. That's bonkers.
Isn't that wild?
That's bonkers. Can I ask you a hypothetical question?
Sure.
All right. I had this dream the other night that was so vivid, but it gave me a dilemma. So in the dream, I'm going to a concert with friends, right? We're walking to the concert. It's at a casino. I'm guessing this was a Vegas type dream.
Okay.
As we're walking through the casino, there's slot machines. I put my hand in my pocket and I pull out a quarter. And I'm like, I got a quarter. And I'm like, should I do it to like my friends that I'm with? And they're like, yeah, do it. So I put it in. I win 3 quarters.
Hey.
Okay. Whoa, that's great. You guys.
And it's like an old school slot machine because you're getting quarters and stuff.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, let me do the 3 quarters. I go to the machine. I put 3 quarters in. I win $26,000. Okay, in the dream. First quarter, I won 3 quarters. Then I put all 3 quarters in again. Spin. I win 26 grand.
Okay.
What is the move for the rest of this day, the rest of this trip with the friends?
Okay. I know why you had this dream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The kids were watching some YouTuber who won.
No, this was before that. I know that was weird that they brought this up yesterday. No,
but
I had
he
this dream
won $26,000.
I wrote this like 2 weeks ago. Are you sure it was 26,000 that they were talking about?
I'm almost positive.
That's pretty bonkers.
Okay. Here's what happens in that sitch.
Tell me.
You're buying dinner.
Okay. I wrote that down. I'm like, am I just buying dinner and drinks?
Maybe treating people to a show. I think you can dedicate like up to $2,000 to like sharing the wealth with your friends.
Out of 26,000, 2 grand should be set aside for, hey, let's all have fun.
Yeah.
Just 2 grand.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here's what I think is kosher and not kosher. Okay. I think it would be weird for you to be like, let's go shopping and I'll buy you things. I think buying them a fun experience for the rest of this specific trip is fun. I could totally see you being like, let's all take $500 and gamble with it.
Well, yeah. What if it was like, I go to the thing, I cash out, I get my chips, and
You
I
hand
just
over
get,
a $500.
or I hand each of them like $2,000. Is that too much, or would that be awesome?
I think that's too much.
You do though. I just won $26,000 from 3 quarters, and
Yeah, but
they're all
just
like,
there.
fuck. They're stoked, but they're also like, don't you think they're a little
gonna be
like
stoked to have a $500 chip to play with and have a nice meal and maybe go see a show? That's such a huge win for them. I might be different in that I would feel severely uncomfortable
okay?
no matter how much a friend won if they said, here's $2,000.
Ooh, okay. I
It's
didn't even
kind of
think
like,
of that
I
from
mean,
the other point of view.
we have friends who have shit tons of money. I mean, there's wealth disparity.
No,
It
but this
doesn't
is
mean
such a
that
specific. This is such a specific thing that happened. We all witnessed it together, walking to the concert.
Yeah.
It was a quick pit stop.
it was your quarter, you decided to do it. I don't think there's any obligation to like make it a even split with them or something. It's very different from, hey, 4 of us are going in to buy a lottery ticket or something like that.
Mhm.
This is, you bought the lottery ticket.
Okay.
They happen to be with you when you won.
Okay.
Let's have some fun during
Okay.
this trip. And then I'm going to put this towards my mortgage, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's, for us as adults, that doesn't turn into just free party money.
Right.
So
What if right before it though, someone generously bought like a really expensive dinner that was so generous of them to do.
you're paying it back. You're paying it forward, whatever.
Okay, last scenario in this. At lunch, I borrowed $10 from someone at McDonald's
Oh my God.
because their credit card machine was broken. And I'm like, I'll get you back later. That quarter was from the change of my meal
Oh my
that they
God,
lent
Andy,
me
you're
$10.
so psychotic. Then that person's getting a $500 chip and a $10 bill.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, good. I feel better about that. And now I do feel like I'm going to win 26 grand because of that weird thing the kids said last night and this.
Yeah.
So I'm ready now to do what I'm going to do. I think I might give 1,000 to each of my friends.
That's very nice.
And fun. Like we're having fun that night.
So there are 3,000 plus you're paying for a dinner. So that's like 4,000 you're putting towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you'd have to talk to me. I feel.
Or if I didn't talk to you, I could just lie and say I won 20 grand.
22,000. Well, that's very true.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could though. In theory you could. I don't think you really could.
Do you think anything has to do with that I'm going over the scenario already that hasn't happened and I'm stressed out about it in my dreams? that I probably would ask or tell you.
It does point to it would be difficult for
what
you.
kind of guy I am.
Yeah. Again, also, there's a difference between being like, hey, this is a cool thing. I want to share my joy and like this amazing windfall I got and have fun with you all versus it feeling like, I think 1,000 is too much. And again, if someone
I think
gave
1,000
me,
in Vegas, if what I'm saying 126, I think it's passable and really fun.
okay, I guess I'm on the fence about that.
If we were in Reno, that would be weird.
I just would feel uncomfortable getting $1,000 gifted to me from someone, even if in this scenario. But having said that, like if anyone wants to join Patreon and patreon.com/nobody's listening right, you can hop on over there and throw some bucks our way.
Yeah, our quarters.
Vegas is fun. We haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and just see. Last time we went back, though, I feel like the place we stay started to feel like it was showing its age a little bit. And
For sure.
I don't know. I don't know what our new Vegas experience is.
I don't either.
But I'd love to go see a show. My sister and Brian went and saw a show at that, what's it called?
Sphere.
The Sphere.
Yeah, I'd like to go
I'd
to
like
the
to see
Sphere.
that too. Can I talk about, I feel obligated to give an update. I actually am like in a really good place emotionally, but I've gotten like so many passes on things, which has been tricky, but also I think it's a really weird time right now. I'm not alone, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Multiple friends of mine are in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's things that I think in any other time would have gotten green lights.
Yeah.
Not really green lights, but sales.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Honey.
The story's not over, though.
Story's not over. Far from being over.
Yeah.
And, in true to kind of life, oftentimes these things that feel like rejections end up being gifts.
Yeah.
So trying to look at things that way. But the train's still chugging along.
I was
Choo-choo.
watching the other day, Tim Heidecker has like a live stream he does.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day, oh my God, we just ran into her somewhere. Really funny comedian.
Natasha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was guest hosting it, and Tig was on. And it just popped up on my YouTube, and I was watching it, and it was really funny. And then, so since I watched it, it popped up on my feed yesterday, and I clicked on it for a second, and it was another guest host. I'm forgetting the name. But anyways, they had a guest on, this guy, Dr. Demento, who he was a very famous radio broadcaster back in the day, and he had this wacky show, and he is the guy that introduced the world to Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, wow.
So he discovered Weird Al.
That's incredible.
And one of the questions he got was, you shined a light on so many people on your show. Why do you think Weird Al, really
blew up?
And he had like a very quick answer that I thought was so amazing. He goes, well, number one, Al's a genius. And number two, he didn't care at all about rejection. He just kept going and didn't care.
Well, that is, I actually, the other night, kind of had that revelation of, I'm turning it into a more spiritual thing, which is just like, go with the flow that's happening. Don't fight it. You can't do anything about it, and trust that these are the right moves for you eventually. But someone like who is having success and has had a lot of success, basically they were saying, this is actually the spouse of someone that I was talking to, being like, they don't ever let the thing take them down. They just keep looking ahead. It's like, so I'm trying to be more like that. And actually, I think I am. Like last week, I think I was in a weirder place. And then since then, I've gotten several more passes. It's kind of a daily occurrence right now. And I'm just, I let it sting for a bit.
Yeah.
And then carry on.
Yeah.
But the good news is none of these, I'm making jokes about starting an Etsy shop and stuff, but like none of these things are stopping me from thinking creatively. I am starting a whole new idea that I'm getting excited. Ideas are coming to me. So that at the end of the day is the most important thing. Like, am I still tapped in creatively?
The story's not written on any of these things yet either.
No.
It's just, but yeah, so.
That's right.
I have a good feeling in my dome over here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we'll see how things shake out. That is kind of speaking of gambling, I've said this before, it's kind of the exciting thing about what we do, and it's like the terrifying part.
Yeah.
There's no stability.
Yeah.
Rarely, unless you're like staffed on a show that's successful. But we both really don't know creatively what's coming down the pipeline. You can't predict.
Yeah.
And that's so exciting. You don't know what artists you're going to be working with. You don't know what music you're going to be making. Yep. I don't know what shows I'm going to be working on. I don't know like where things are going to take place. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
But it's an exciting one because I don't think I'm cut out for like a 9-to-5 job where you know what your situation 5 years down the line looks like.
Yeah.
I like the excitement of kind of not knowing.
Yeah, it is. It does keep you on your toes.
By the way, last night I told my friends didn't know that we were talking about college or something, and that, I graduated a year early, and it was the year that my parents had died. So that's crazy. But I graduated with like the minimum GPA you could have to,
oh, yeah.
a C- or C, whatever it is.
Yeah.
and how I'm like weirdly proud of that because I was so efficient
Yeah.
that I was like, my goal is to get out. It's not to have a high GPA.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take all the classes and just get by,
Yeah.
But they were like, I don't know, it came up that my degree is in economics.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? I mean, they could not put the pieces together for that. And they were like, did you want to go into politics? And I said, no, I was going to get my CPA. And they were like, what? I mean, the life path I was on was so absurdly different, I should say. Not absurd for other people, obviously.
Yeah.
We all need CPAs.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing I would not have been that good at that job.
I think you'd be all right.
Maybe. I wouldn't have been fulfilled, I don't think. Anyway, what did you think you were going to do? Or was it always like, I'm just going to do music and I'm going to figure it out?
I felt music.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
And you never thought, like, that's not really a real job?
No, I still feel that way from time to time.
No. But you know what I mean? Like, maybe, you know what? I think it's because you were in Idaho around, like, kids whose parents were actors and creative people. In St. Louis, I would never, ever have had the audacity to think, like, that doing what we do was a real job.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, though. I don't feel like I knew what a path was or anything like that. It was more just like blind, like, oh, that's what I want to do. But yeah, I don't know. I had no idea how to figure it out. I'm impressed by kids now that can figure so much more out because of the internet now, and like, it's wild.
Yeah, but I also feel like the path now feels like it's social media.
No, but I mean just about like the job itself.
What do you mean?
Like there's like, I almost feel like your industry is a better example. Like think of how many podcasts you can listen to that are people share their story of how they got their break or learn what writing is, or, learn that, oh, there's songwriters that help write these big songs that I hear on the radio. Like people just don't know any of that ins and outs. And it was harder to get that information, where now it's much easier. Even also like just learning in like learning how to, use the software I use for music making. There's billions of hours on YouTube of people showing how to do different things. And like, you want to make a sound that sounds like this?
Yeah.
This is how you do it. We didn't have any of that stuff.
That's so true. I will say, I think it's a double-edged sword though.
Yeah.
Because I think people hear what people's paths are, and then they're like, okay, well, here's a path. I'm going to become a writer's assistant, which, by the way, is a great path.
Sure.
But it's not the only path.
Yeah.
And if I had thought that's the only path, and I had a 1 week, 2 week writer's stint as a writer's assistant on Broad City, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get any writers, I would have thought, oh, I can't do this. Versus like, there's something to be said about just forging your own path. I mean, I think that's how it has to be. And I was always very inspired by you, because in our industry, or for TV writing, the path was not very clear, but I had UCB. I was surrounded by people who were doing the same thing as me. You were like a lone wolf. You weren't surrounded in New York by other writer producers, and you really truly made your own way in a way that was always very inspiring to me. And like, you had faith. I mean, I guess this goes to what you're saying. You always thought you'd do this. You had a faith that I never really had for myself, but anyway, so thanks for inspiring me.
Oh, I love that. Damn.
All right. Well, I think that we covered grocery, supermarket corner.
Which we got to do every few episodes, you know?
We do. It's part of our lives.
It's part of our
it's a big
journey.
Part of our
it's a big part of our journey.
It is. We covered man's penis, and we covered careers.
Great.
Good night.
Good night. Shh.